So we have finally reached February of 2023, which now means that if you have reached all of the necessary requirements to join the YouTube Shorts monetization program, you are now eligible to receive revenue off of your YouTube Shorts. Now, if you've seen any of my past videos about YouTube Shorts, it is safe to say that I'm not really a fan. And a lot of what I'm going to share in this video is just one more thing being added to the list of reasons why I'm still not a fan and why I still don't think that making YouTube Shorts is really worth it to me. However, I'm not here to tell you how to think or feel about YouTube Shorts. I am only here to share with you guys all the information I have gathered and give you my own opinions on the information I've gathered. So in this video, we're going to be going over all of the necessary information you need to know if you're looking to monetize and make money off of your YouTube Shorts in 2023, so that you can better understand exactly how your earnings are going to be calculated and how much you can expect to be paid. So the very first thing that needs to be noted is that the YouTube Shorts fund has actually been replaced. So if you watch any videos that were made prior to February 1st of 2023 that basically shares how much money those creators made through their YouTube Shorts, well then those videos are not really all that much relevant anymore because there's actually a brand new model to making money with YouTube Shorts. Because as of February 1st of 2023, the YouTube Shorts fund has been replaced by a brand new system that works off of a revenue sharing format, which you might be a little bit more familiar with if you're already involved with monetization over on TikTok and or Instagram. So that is the very first thing to note, is that the YouTube Shorts revenue is no longer calculated in the same way that it used to be prior to February of 2023. Now, to best understand this brand new revenue sharing model to the YouTube Shorts program, you basically want to visualize two different buckets. When we're talking about monetizing your regular longer form videos on YouTube, monetization is a 55-45% split between you and YouTube, where you receive 55% of all the revenue made off of ads on your video, and YouTube keeps the other 45% just for giving us the platform to actually monetize our content. Whereas within this brand new revenue sharing model for YouTube Shorts monetization, instead of all that revenue being paid directly to you as the creator and YouTube, all that money is now going into these two new buckets. The first bucket is actually used to pay for music licensing so that you can actually make shorts on YouTube that contain copyrighted music. So if you want to dance or make a YouTube short to music from Taylor Swift or some other artist or music that is typically copyrighted on YouTube, now you can actually do so on YouTube Shorts without being copyrighted. However, if you do, half of the revenue that is generated off of your short is going into the first bucket so that YouTube can pay for music licensing. Or if you are not using any copyrighted music or no music in your videos, then all of your revenue from your shorts is going into this second bucket. And all of the shorts revenue that is going into this second bucket is going to be split between you, YouTube, and every single other shorts creator who is monetized on YouTube. Once again, just because YouTube is providing you the platform to monetize and make money off of your shorts. Now, when we talk about the revenue in the second bucket being split, we are not talking about an even split. We are talking about a split where YouTube actually keeps 55% of all the money that is generated in that second bucket, and then the other 45% of the money in that bucket is going to be split amongst every single shorts creator on YouTube who has created content in that month. So regardless of whether your shorts generated $1 in February, $1,000 in February, or $1 million in February, every single penny of the earnings generated off the ads on your YouTube Shorts is going into that bucket to be split amongst all the content creators making shorts on YouTube. So if this is the case, then how exactly is YouTube going to calculate how much you get paid for your shorts? The first thing that YouTube is going to calculate and figure out is where all the earnings that have come from your shorts are going to go. So as we said before, if you created shorts with no music in the month of February, then all the earnings coming from your videos in the month of February are going directly into the creator pool to be shared among the other monetized shorts creators. Whereas if you did create any shorts that have have music in them, then only half of your earnings are going into the creator pool and the other half is going towards music licensing. And if you want to get even more complicated, this also depends on how many tracks you used in your video. So if you used only one music track in your short, that means that 50% of the earnings are going into the creator pool and the other 50% goes into bucket number 1 to pay for music licensing. But if you start to use more than one music track in your shorts, if you have 2 tracks or 3 tracks, that is when your earnings begin to be cut even more, and that is when even less of your earnings go into the creator pool and more of your earnings go towards music licensing. So basically, the more tracks and the more music you are using in your shorts, the less you are contributing to the creator pool and the less you're going to be earning. Then finally, for the third step, when it comes to YouTube actually paying out every individual shorts creator, that is when YouTube will be looking at the total amount of money that the shorts creator pool made in your country. Yes, you heard that correctly. Every single country where YouTube shorts are monetizable is going to have its own creator pool. So there's going to be a Canadian creator pool, there's going to be an American/US creator pool, there's going to be one for the UK, there's going to be one for Spain, and every single other country where shorts are monetizable. Which of course does mean that every single individual country's creator pool is going to make a different amount of money every single month, which is of course going to affect how much money you make every month. It's all going to depend on how many monetized shorts creators are participating in the creator pool for that month, as well as how many views and how much money was generated in that month. So let's say for example that for the month of February, all of your shorts together gained you a total of 100,000 views. Then let's say for example that your country's creator pool for the month of February gained a total of 10 billion views. That means that regardless of whether or not you used music in any one of your YouTube shorts, you contributed 0.001% of the total views your country's pool gained in that month. Which means that out of the total amount of money that your country's creator pool earned for that month, you're going to be paid 0.001% of that total revenue. So if there's, let's say, $1 million that was generated in your country's creator pool for the month of February, that means that your earnings for shorts in the month of February is $10. If there was a total of $10 million in your country's creator pool for the month of February, that means you're going to be paid a total of $100. So that means that how much you're going to make every month off of YouTube shorts is dependent on several different factors. Number 1, how many views your shorts contributed to the creator pool for your country. Then secondly, it's going to depend on how many total views were gained from shorts in your country's creator pool for that month. And then the third factor is how much revenue total was gained in your country's creator pool for that month that you're going to be getting a cut of. Whether it's $1 million for the month, whether it's $10 million for the month, whether it's $100 million for the month, that is going to be one of the biggest factors that contributes to how much you make, because depending on how little or how much your country's pool makes overall every single month, that's going to have a direct effect on how big your cut is going to be. So now let's say that everything has been figured out, everything has been calculated, and it's been determined that your cut is $1,000 for the month of February. Unfortunately, you do not get to keep the entire $1,000 because once again, monetization on YouTube is a 45-55% split between the creators and YouTube. So if after all of that collecting and calculating, your income for the month of February is $1,000, you're only going to keep 45% of that $1,000 and you're taking home $450. Just like when we are talking about monetization on your longer form videos on YouTube, if the ads on your videos generate $1,000, that means that you get to keep $450 and YouTube keeps the rest just for giving you the platform to monetize your videos on in the first place. The only main difference there is that when we're talking about monetization on regular videos, the only split is between you and YouTube. Whereas when we're talking about monetization on YouTube Shorts, then the split has a few more parties because it has to pay you, it has to pay YouTube, has to pay the music licensing, and pay all the other creators involved. So all of that very complex and convoluted calculating is how YouTube arrives at how much you make every single month off of your YouTube Shorts. So now that we've been over all of that, what exactly are the pros and cons of creating and monetizing shorts on YouTube? The first con is that you don't really know how much money you're going to make every single month until it's calculated and given to you. The first pro, however, is that no matter how much money you're being paid from your YouTube Shorts, whether it's 10 10 cents or $10 million, that is money that you would not have without the program. Then the second con is that you have to be creating and posting shorts pretty frequently and pretty consistently, and also have shorts that are performing pretty well if you want to see a decent amount of revenue. But then another pro is that unlike longer form content on YouTube, you can actually use copyrighted music in your YouTube shorts. It just means you're going to be paid a little bit less because YouTube has to pay the music licensing. So what it really comes down to is that every single individual creator has to weigh all the different pros and cons and decide for themselves whether or not it's worth it. If to you as a creator it was never really about the revenue and being paid for your shorts is just a bonus, then maybe all of this information is not really all that disheartening. However, if you are a full-time content creator and you were hoping that YouTube shorts and monetization was going to be a pretty integral part of your social media strategy, well then all of this information and this calculating may be slightly a little bit more insulting. But once again, I'm only here to share with you guys all the information I gather and give you guys my own personal opinions as a creator. Ultimately, you have to make your own opinions and your own choices and decide for yourself as a creator whether or not all of this is worth it. But yeah, you guys, that is everything I had to share about how monetizing your shorts is gonna work in 2023. I know that I threw a lot of information at you guys, so if you have any other questions or you didn't quite understand something, feel free to comment down below. I answer every single one of my comments. So if you have any further questions, leave them down below and I will definitely get back to you. But as always, I hope this was helpful. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you all so much for watching. Love you all to the moon and back, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!